So when people are like each other, right? They like each other. Apple, apple, orange, orange. They like each other because orange like orange, apple like orange. So you need to establish that the person who is an orange will see you as an orange. And they will take you and say, hey, this is my friend orange. So rapport is basically the responsiveness of the person to what you say. It's not basically like you as a person, because guess what? If it's a new person, right, and you just met this person, they don't really know you. But through your responses, you can start gelling, and whatever response you are saying, they will like the response, not necessarily you. So you need to keep this on your mind, because a lot of people use this as manipulating others, but you need to stay very conscious of the power what rapport can do. So, and make sure that you use it the right way. So basically, rapport based on only 7% of the words. 38% of the tone of voice what you are using, 55% of the physiology, the body language you are using. So let's look at this one by one. So you look at the words. The words, what you are speaking is used consciously. You can choose that, right? So based upon what you learn, the predicates, the keywords, the common experiences, associations to the person, and the content chunks. We will talk about the content chunks a little bit later. So the How to Be Understood session was about this, to learn the basic of the communication, which is the predicates. How do you choose auditory, visual, kinesthetic, auditory, digital, based upon how you paid attention and how you picked up how the person's information storage is actually happening through the words what they are using. So when you match and mirror this back, match meaning you choose those same words, and mirror means that you give it back to the person, feed it back to the person. That means match and mirror, you're going to establish rapport based on the words. 38% tone of voice. Now this is very important, because if you guys are speaking on the telephone and the sales calls are made on the phone, you can pick up very easily how the tone of voice changed. And this is unconscious. That means if somebody gets nervous or frightened or goes into disagreement, immediately the tone of voice will change. And you can pick it up the moment of a little bit of a rise of the tone, or they speed up, right? Or they all of a sudden go silent, or they raise the volume of how they are speaking, the loudness, right? The information, what you were saying, the rapport is broken off. However, we can use the tone of voice as also as a match and mirror, right? If the person, for example, is speaking very, very quickly, then you want to speak very, very quickly to this person to make sure that you are gelling with the person who is speaking very, very quickly. And then there are other people who speak very, very slowly. Then you want to make sure, say, hello, good morning, how are you today? And greet them accordingly. So this works very easily, especially if you have kids, people who are a little bit out of control and crying, and they are coming in and shouting and yelling at you, so you can actually match and mirror them back exactly the same way that, I know what you are saying it so loud and clearly, then I can make sure that I understand you. And so when you actually raise up your voice a little bit and you slowly bring them down here, right, they will actually come down with you together. So tone of voice is a very powerful thing. Even though you had no idea what the words I said just now, but because of my tone of voice, you got what I wanted to say. And now this is very important. Because you can say someone, right, that I love you. Didn't I tell you I love you? Or you can say to the person, I really, really don't like you. in the fact, on the matter of fact, I hate you. So now, what is the real meaning of what I said? Was the meaning the word what I said, or the meaning was how I said it? How I said it. So you can pick up the intention through the tone of voice, unconscious. So remember again that the moment disagreement or rapport breaks off, tone of voice will change. So you need to have your sensory acuity for that. When you are on the phone, the customer just got pissed off. Okay, let's reestablish rapport. Let's start all over again. So you backtrack, start all over again. And when somebody gets angry, what's the first thing we say? We have to establish and acknowledge in them that they are angry. So what do you say?
I understand how you feel.
I understand how you feel. I understand you are frustrated. I understand you are angry because of all this situation of keep calling and not to be able to resolve your issue. Now, can we have another look? How we may address this issue? So you started from here and you came down and you bring the person with you. And what is the person will say on the other end on the phone?
Okay.
Okay, of course, reestablish rapport, right? So the next is 55% body language. Now, out of the body language, two very, very important things what you have to look at and match and mirror, and that is the person's posture. Now, if the person who is speaking with you, right, stands like this. So if the person stands like this, how will you go to the person and talk to this person?
You match his posture?
Match the posture. So you put your arms like this. And if they are this, right, anywhere they are bored, right? And you want to make sure that this is a coworker who is bored, right? So you go to them, and how do you establish the easiest rapport? Body posture. You look very excited. Right? So make sure that use these. What you need to actually start observing now people on that, because if you don't observe, you can't see. You can't pick up this model information. Now gesture, facial expression, and blinking, right? If anybody is blinking really, really fast, you can do like exactly same. Right? If they are frozen with their eyes, you can freeze with your eyes for the moment as well. They will feel, oh, he's like me. Very good. And facial expression. What is the number one facial expression to establish rapport?
Smile.
A smile. Right. If this person is not smiling, you go to the person, they are sad. You go to their face. What will they do?
Slap you.
Or
They'll smile right back at you.
they will smile right back at you. Because what happens is that you match them, you mirror them, and you pull them out of there. So that is another technique what we're going to talk about in our next session. But first we are going to actually practice the rapport.